I'm back on Fox News as well. I don't know where that came from. I don't know why Fox News just decided to throw a bone my way out of nowhere. That was fun. Ladies and gentlemen, as you guys know, I did a double Hassan versus Hassan show recently. Okay. Hassan Minhaj doesn't know. We watched it. One of the best interviews I've done, I think. It was very interesting. We went deep, right? We went deep about my worldview and things that I believe, things that I think are right, things that I think are wrong. Anyway, Fox News was apparently also watching. Twitch star Hassan Piker calls communism the honorable end goal of socialism. The far-left commentator also insisted a communist formation has never existed despite communist takeovers in China and Cuba. Now, what's really interesting about this is that none of these are objectionable statements. They are objectively true statements. And if you actually watch my descriptive assessment, you would understand. Left-wing Twitch streamer Hassan Piker defended communism as the honorable end goal of socialism and the distribution of goods to the working class on Wednesday. Piker sat down with comedian Hassan Minhaj on his podcast where the two discussed progressive issues, including the definition of socialism. Socialism is redefining and reorienting the classes politics that we currently have away from the capital owning class, owning both the means of production and virtually every facet of power, and redistributing it in a democratic fashion back to the largest class, the working class, Piker said. Now, this is just a description of what socialism is. And if I do say so myself, a fairly accurate one that I think it helps people understand it. Where is the commentary? Where is the counter narrative? They're just basically quoting me outright. How is socialism different than communism? Minhaj asked. Communism is supposed to be the end stage, Piker said. It's like the final goal. It's like the final evolution, a stateless, moneyless, classless society, a borderless society. We've never really had communism. I know people will just jokingly sometimes say real communism has never been tried, but that literally has never existed. Piker acknowledged that communist parties have existed in places like China and Cuba, but he insisted that there's never been a communist formation. He added that he doesn't consider being called a communist an insult since he believes communism is an admirable goal. I wouldn't say I'm a communist, but when people call me that, I don't really care because I'm like, I think that's pretty cool. It's Star Trek. It's the Star Trek universe. They have a moneyless society. I feel as though that is definitely an honorable end goal to reach where we have all of our needs met. This is just a transcription of the podcast. And I sometimes think to myself, who is this for? And then I remind myself that it is actually supposed to be on its face a terrifying prospect that a young content creator that like is youth facing rather. I'm not young myself. I'm 34 now. I'm old, but young for the Fox News audiences, is just, describing these sorts of things without being scared by these concepts. And those concepts are, I guess, like scary automatically to their audiences. So they don't really need to disparage what I'm saying. I will say this though. What's wild about it is that these guys unironically do a better job of quoting me in context than like supposedly apolitical or liberal content creators do online. And that is what's so remarkable about it. Like whenever I get written up on Fox News, they just basically will add the context as well. There are some statements where they don't, like where they clip me out of context or whatever. But I do find it really funny that they do a better job of accurately describing my politics and letting my words speak for itself instead of just like actively trying to undermine it in the way that like some of these fucking idiotic slop tubers have done for a very long time. I don't know what to make of that. Piker, a 33-year-old Turkish-American commentator who lives in California and grew up in Istanbul, is a former producer of the far-left internet commentary program The Young Turks. Is the nephew of co-creator Cenk Uygur. His Twitch streams regularly hit over 1 million views, often has 30,000 viewers at any given time. Despite his outspoken support for socialism, Piker came under controversy in 2021 after it was revealed that he bought a nearly $3 million home in West Hollywood. He defended his purchase on social media, suggesting it was part of living in Los Angeles. Pretty much everyone's argument reduces to, I live in LA. The housing market here is fucked. Why is the argument that I should keep renting or that I should go gentrify somewhere else? Will this solve the problems? No. People are mad because lefty with house. That's it. He wrote. Like, this article is like written as though it's a puff piece. Depending on your worldview, if you read this article, you'd be like, oh, that's nice. Nice little update from my favorite commentator who is, describing things